Yo, listen up. Daniel Jones is the most overhyped quarterback. 5 reasons. Here's why. Top $5. A lot of pressure, a lot of expectation. He isn't going to perform up to the same hype. So, he won a playoff game on a less talented team, but can he reduplicate that? That's a question. Number 2, his production has declined since his rookie season. So maybe he's overhyped as far as the production wise. And then number 3, when you look at his wins and losses, it doesn't impress me one bit. He's not that kind of guy that's gonna scare a lot of defenses at times. And then the 4th reason, ball security. There's times where he will fumble the freaking ball. There's times he will choke away a game. He's not built for the big stage. The media will just eat his ass alive. And the fact that he has to live up to the expectation because he was a first round pick coming out of a small college, which it's known as a basketball program. Duke University. That's a basketball college well-known program. He came into that program and wasn't nothing spectacular there. And now you look at this kid. You better hope this guy pays off, or else the Giants are going to take a huge step back. Saquon Barkley wants his money. He's not getting a fair contract. So that could be a domino effect on that contract you pay Daniel Jones. He's not getting his fair check. So that could be a change of the direction at some point because you want to keep your talents all around. And if you're going to pay your quarterback the big amount of money, that's going to definitely hurt your team at some point because you can't keep everybody. And if you want to build around your quarterback to be successful, he has to have all the supporting cast around him. Daniel Jones is not a franchise quarterback. He is a solid, capable starter that can step in. But he's not the kind of guy that's going to be the guy that comes from behind in other games. He's not that kind of guy. If he comes from a small lead, he may come back, but there's games he'll blow away stuff. So he is kind of like your typical version of, think of him as a vanilla Jalen Hurts with a poor man's version. You just can't see anything better. When Jalen Hurts needed weapons, he elevated his game. His production in the beginning, that was understandable. But once he had a lot of weapons, Jalen Hurts looked like pretty damn spectacular. He looked like a different type of quarterback. You look at Daniel Jones. His rookie season, he had one of the best seasons by far. After his previous seasons, it dipped significantly bad. Now you're kind of giving him some little bit of weapons. You gave him a pretty good tight end. You added some wide receivers. You better hope he can step up his game a little bit. It should elevate him, but I think he's not going to be exactly what he is. I think Giants could be a dark horse team to get to the playoffs, but it really depends on Daniel Jones. I think it really depends on how Daniel Jones plays. And if he doesn't live up to the expectation of what he got from that contract, it's going to be the reason why the Giants aren't in the playoffs or aren't where they're at. You know what I mean? So it really has to depend on this guy. So I think he is the most overhyped quarterback. After his rookie season, look at the previous production, look at his wins and losses, and look at how he plays. He's nothing special. He's an above average mobile quarterback. He's an above average mobile quarterback for sure. As far as throwing the ball, pretty decent. But it's not something that's going to wow you, you know what I mean? It doesn't wow factor anybody. But he is a kind of quarterback that you can have as your starter for a long time. So that's where I would give him his credit. He is somebody you can build your team around. But is he going to be somebody that can win you a Super Bowl? I don't know. When the games get bigger, I don't think he's built to win that type of stuff. So my criticism of Daniel Jones is the guy's overpaid. He's overpaid. I wouldn't say overrated. I say he's overpaid. There's potential, but he's overpaid for something that he hasn't even done. You know, he hasn't done since his rookie season. If he can go back to that same form he had as a rookie, then I think by all means, it was worth the pain, but it wasn't like he wasn't worth in the top 5. He isn't a top 5 quarterback. You're paying him to be in the top 5. So that's not going to happen. But that's my thoughts, and shout out to Fist Vegas. My quarterbacks may not be spectacular and all that stuff, but we know how to win freaking games. We get to the playoffs, we compete consistently year in and year out. I would rather win the 6th Lombardi Trophy, but let's see what happens. But I'm telling you like it is, Fisk. You talking all that snap about my team, but I'll tell you this, bro. Look at your quarterback. Look at his stats. Look at how he plays, bro. We'll see what he does. He should have no excuses. He's getting paid the top $5. He has a little bit of better talent around him, so he should be able to elevate better. Otherwise, I don't really have an issue how I look at your quarterback. I just think he's overhyped in some standards, you know? Like the way you overhype him, you hype him like he is like the next, you know, like the better, like he's more better than Dak Prescott, which as much as I don't like the Cowboys and I don't like Dak Prescott, he is nowhere near Dak Prescott's level. Dak Prescott can give you numbers. If you're talking stat-wise, Dak Prescott can he can give you numbers in fantasy football. As far as winning the big one, he's only won 2 career playoff games. He's been choking from time to time. But when you're saying that Daniel Jones is better than Dak Prescott, bro, it is pretty laughable. Look at Dak's numbers. They don't lie. The numbers speak for itself. So I'm not saying I'm hating on Daniel Jones, but when you're saying he's better than Dak, bro, it is laughable. So, with all due respect, Fist, it is what it is. Peace.